All right, good morning from the McGee Ranch east of Keystone Peak, which is one of the Arizona 2,000-foot prominence peaks, and we're south of Tucson. All of a sudden we were here, we saw the water tank, and boom, we're at the gate and the hike is about to begin. I knew this peak was here. I knew it was one of the prominence peaks, but I never really did any research on it or much research, and just kind of assumed it was another off-trail peak. This is actually going to be one of the easiest ones. The road will go all the way to the top. The drive-in was nice. It wasn't too far from home. Wish we had more elevation gain, but if we do the other peaks, some of the other peaks up here, we should get at least 2,000 feet of elevation gain for this hike. Patrick and I have been talking about Pennsylvania a little bit, and it's fitting for two guys that were born in Pennsylvania to have a peak called Keystone Peak to climb here in Arizona. Yeah, Pennsylvania is the Keystone State. I don't know what exactly it's holding together at this point or supporting, but it still has the name. Actually, this is probably going to be one of the easiest prominence peaks, if not the easiest. Which maybe makes sense for people from Pennsylvania. Patrick and I made a turn to the south, to the left as you're hiking up. This road should lead out to Pit View Peak. We're gonna do that first. All right, Patrick and I made it to the summit of Pit View Peak. You can see the mine behind me, but I may not even film it due to the sunlight coming over. There's Keystone Peak up there. We're on our way out to Placer Peak right now. This is the second summit of the day, Placer Peak. It's not much of a peak. There's not that much prominence. It's not too far from the road. We're probably going to head over to Keystone Peak North, which is either that one right in the middle or the one a little further to the east and north, right there in the middle now. All right, this is the summit of Keystone Peak North. We'll take a break up here for a few minutes and then get back down the road. We're making our way down a different road than the one we came up to Keystone North Peak. This one heads more to the west and south. And then we'll meet up with the main road, and that should continue straight up to the summit. We made it to the top.
We did it.
Another one. We're on the north side of the summit area, checking out the views to the west. See, there's Babo Kivari right there. There's clouds covering the summit. And then Kit Peak, also covered by clouds a little bit, and Coyote Mountain. So we've summited Coyote Mountain. That was in February. We haven't done Kit Peak or Babo Kivari yet. Right there are Picasso Peak to the left, the smaller one, and then Newman Peak. So Newman Peak is one of the Arizona 2,000-foot prominence peaks also. This here is the view looking east. So that's Mount Wrightson there, highest point in the Tucson area, about 9,400 feet. And then Rincon Peak and Mica Mountain. And then there's Mount Lemon there. Yeah, Patrick's last summit was Mount Lemon at the end of May, so it's been about 3.5 months for him. I've been doing my fair share of hiking and climbing, but still not as much as I want to. Way out there between Mount Lemon and Mica Mountain is Mount Graham. most prominent mountain in Arizona. I was on the other side of it 6 days ago doing Turtle Mountain north of Safford. It's neat to get up to these summits and see peaks you've done already and see peaks you haven't done and just see everything from a new perspective, from a new vantage point. Well, this might be the actual high point. It may be on the other side of these towers right here, but this is probably it here. Well, we're gonna start back down. We've been up here for about half an hour already, enjoying the views, checking out the mountains and talking about a bunch of different stuff. There's a lot of mountains down in Mexico that we can see too, and a lot of peaks in Arizona, obviously. It's pretty cool. Another one of the 2,000 foot prominence peaks completed. And Patrick's happy he did all the other peaks already before this one, so now we can just take the road straight back and get back to the car. I don't know if there will be any information online about this peak, but I kind of wonder how it got its name. Keystone Peak. Cows grazing in the green fields on a rolling hill with puffy clouds behind it. Almost makes me think I am back in Pennsylvania. This is weird. There's Placer Peak there. So that was the second summit. There's Pit View Peak up there. That was the first peak of the day. It had some nice views in the early light even. So how are you feeling after taking 3.5 months off, Patrick?
Surprisingly pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah. This was like the perfect hike to get back into it.
Yeah, exactly. This was definitely a good peak to start with. We're about 5 minutes done with the hike, and the clouds are definitely building up there. It wouldn't surprise me at all if it storms later. But it's still early. It's about 10:05, 10:10. Patrick's celebrating.
Cheers.
Well, if you're in the middle of your Arizona 2,000 foot prominence peaks list and you can't decide what to do next, Keystone Peak is a good one to hold it together. And this was number 30 for me out of 73 of these Arizona 2,000 foot prominence peaks, so 43 more. But hopefully this will be a good bridge between the first 29 and the next 43. All right, signing off from here in McGee Ranch, south of Tucson and Keystone Peak. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.